So, what is rest? This topic is actually not as simple as it may seem. Usually, when people are talking about rest, they are talking about the opposite of work. So, there is work and there is rest. But this is actually incorrect. There are four ways that people can spend time. First one is work. Second one is rest, but not the rest that you think about. I'll define it later. The third one is leisure, and the fourth one is idleness. So let me visualize all of this for you so you can understand it better. So I'll divide the screen in four parts now. So this part here is work. Then we have rest here. Then here is leisure. And this is idleness. So every minute spent by human is spent in one of these states. Let me define all of this stuff now. Work is something that is required to live for humans, but it's not necessarily related to fulfilling biological needs. It's more like hunting to get food if we are talking about some prehistoric times, because work always existed when humans existed. Again, this works for every situation. Every minute spent by human is spent in one of these states. So then we have rest. Rest is fulfilling biological needs of human body. Sleeping, eating, all of this stuff. This is called rest. But what is leisure? Leisure is an activity that can be done for fun, but it also usually integrated in the economy. For example, you can play guitar, and this will be your leisure activity. But you have to buy guitar, you have to buy strings for guitar, and so on. This is integrated in the economy. Also, these activities help human grow. By playing guitar, you are becoming better at it. So you're growing in some way. Again, what's the difference between leisure and work? The difference is that leisure is not required to survive. Work is required to survive. If you don't have money, you don't live. If you don't hunt or gather food, you don't live. And so on. What is idleness then? Idleness is a state of doing nothing, or doing unproductive things. The same activity can be either leisure or idleness. It depends on if it's chosen consciously. So if you consciously choose to scroll Instagram to learn something, then it's leisure. If you choose unconsciously to scroll Instagram, then it's idleness, because this activity gives you nothing. So this is how I see rest. Now let's see how people usually see rest. So now, how people usually see rest. Here's work, and here's rest. You see, much simpler. But here is a problem with such concept. It's difficult to be productive if you think like that. You see here, all of the activities are in some way productive, except for idleness. So in order to be productive, you just need to watch your activities and assign them to one of these
categories.
If you notice that you are idle, you might switch to leisure or rest, or even work. But if you have this mindset, well, you are resting. You are resting anyway, if you're not working. There is a big problem with that. So if you want to be productive, switch to this mindset and avoid idleness. This is all you need to do. So another thing I can say about all this stuff is there is a popular belief that your hobby can bring you money. But if we look at this framework, hobby is leisure, but when it brings you money, when it becomes necessary to survive, it turns into work. And people usually don't like work. If something is your work, if something is here, it starts becoming difficult to do. People usually don't want work. People want leisure, because work is necessary. If it's necessary, it's not fun anymore. So don't make your favorite hobbies your work, because you'll start hating them, and that's what usually happens. So thanks for watching this video. I hope you learned something new. I usually record in my car, so this is kind of an upgrade from what I usually record, and I hope you like that. See you in the next one.